Hello, my fellow limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs, and of course, sometimes snarky. How are you all? How you doing? You can tell by my background, I'm at specific persons, my boyfriends, and, well, it's a mess. I got bags all over the place, okay? Do you want to see my shirt? Hello, kitty, because it's my favorite. How are you all? I'm recording and I'm sitting on the bed. I just lost my train of thought. Oh, if you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithkimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the drop box below. They're in the screens that just went by. Hi. I'm still waiting for the approval on my second channel membership. I'm hoping it should be any day now. It shouldn't take this long. Shouldn't take this long. But, YouTube says it's still in review. It's whatever. I'm manifesting that it's going to be ASAP. Okay? It's going to be ASAP. Let me pre-apologize if you hear noise outside of me talking. There are people talking out there. Sorry. Please disregard and just try to focus on me. Okay. The new channel membership will be a hot seat coaching membership. Okay. Hot seat coaching, 10 to 15 minutes, if that, per person. And I'm going to do my best to make sure that, depending on how many people join, that y'all get a once through, right? Before we pick the same people over and over. I'm going to try to make it as fair as possible. Because I know that would get annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna get annoying. But this group is a trigger warning group, because if you are triggered by other people's circumstances or hearing other people's stories, we're not gonna be able to marinate per se, but anyone's gonna be able to ask me very, very specific questions in this group. I wanna make that very clear. They can ask me anything they want regarding their manifestations or manifestation in general. So if you're triggered when you hear other people, this is not the group for you, okay? You'll want to go to the other channel membership, which is called the Exclusive Lives Coaching. And that is the group that we go live together every single Tuesday evening. That's where we're judging. That's where we talk about manifestation in general. Like I said, it's a judging group. We judge you up and we share successes or tips and tricks. That's that group. But if you want to get specific, you want to get a taste of what coaching is like. If, you want coaching, but you really only have to, you just need to be able to ask me something, boom, boom, and you don't feel like you need a full hour of one-on-one with me or a full half hour with one-on-one with me. This will be the hot seat coaching will be your group. And I'm calling it hot seat / group coaching because let's say there's a night and no one wants to get in the hot seat, then we'll do group coaching. So that'll be that membership. And it should be live anytime now as of this moment. Okay. This is Monday, February 6th. The idea is, or the plan is Friday mornings. That's Eastern Standard Time. All right, stop. I have TikTok, I have Instagram. If you are new here, hi, I'm Kimberly. I would love for you to subscribe and come back and join me. We love talking about manifestation here, only manifestation, law of assumption. Yeah, okay. And am I forgetting anything? Oh, I would love if you could hook me up with a like. Just a like, please. I would appreciate it. It gets the videos out there. Really, 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 really would appreciate that. Okay. Sorry to sound like a beggar. Let's jump right into it. Okay. So this weekend, I was trying to be really good about putting up at minimum shorts so I can get back in the swing of getting daily uploads. And the top, like I said, I am so sorry if you hear noise outside of me talking. It's people talking outside of the other room. The little short that I put up yesterday, and it was in regards to, the influencing of time on your manifestation, right? And in that short, it was 1 minute, and I felt like we should dive more into it. So hence today's video. When it comes to when your manifestation is going to show up, you already know. No one can tell you specifically. No one can. Not someone being honest with you. No one knows when the full manifestation is going to show. Now, is there such thing as manifesting on a time crunch or by a specific date? Yes, of course there is. But, then manifest by a specific date. Other than that, no one knows when your damn manifestation is going to come, okay? No one can truthfully answer that. But I really do believe that we have influence over the time or how quick a manifestation can show up. I really believe it. And I've been, over the course of the last 6-7 months, I've been really being laser focused on it. And mind you, being laser focused from the perspective of not continuously looking at my 3D and saying it's not here yet. That's not me. But I've been really trying to document, when I started focusing on something or deciding who I am and when it finally shows up. And I'm, from my own personal experience, I really believe we have it. Because number one, how are we manifesting by a specific day or on a time crunch if we have no influence on time? Duh, we do. And I know some of you are thinking, well, if we can manifest by a specific date, then I guess we can know when our manifestation is going to come. And in that theory, yeah, I kind of agree with you. But it's dependent on you. And since we don't control how it plays out, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. And I don't like to give fake answers. So in my personal experience, whenever I've been really hardcore, laser focused on who I'm being, and listen, I don't care what anybody says to you. You need to hear me. Manifestation at its core, the heart, the foundation, the basement of manifestation is completely who you think you are. Completely. And when you adopt that thinking and make that your true focus, you will manifest anything you want. Anything, anyone. Talking from experience. Everything revolves around you and who you believe you are, which is just another way of saying what state you're in. Your state is who you believe you are. And your state is mixed up with your beliefs, your assumptions, experiences, manifestations. And all of that is who you think you are. They're the same. They're exactly the same. So if you feel intimidated by states, or maybe you just don't even like the idea of states, that's fine. Don't put your focus on that. Put your focus on who you're being, who you think you are. Okay? Does that make you feel better? Because it's the same. And if you're someone who doesn't like states, you can, listen, I know I'm repeating this. I've been saying it in live streams a lot because this needs to get hammered home. And that's my belief. It needs to get hammered home. So I'm believing it and I'm doing it. If you don't like states and you want to think anything about it, and you're of an attitude where, I don't even think, I'm not putting any focus on my state. Okay, don't. You don't have to. But that's a state in itself. Still a state. Just like the most popular topic right now, Lucky Girl, the Lucky Girl thing. You realize Lucky Girl is not a new technique. It's not. It isn't. Lucky Girl syndrome or the Lucky Girl technique is manifestation. And guess what else? It's your state. It's who you believe you are. So all these people on TikTok and Instagram, I've seen it on Instagram, talking about how I'm the new lucky girl. I just tell myself I'm a lucky girl. Yeah, that's who you're telling yourself that you are. Yeah, that's all you're doing. You're changing your state. You're changing your state and your 3D's reflecting. Hello, welcome to manifestation. And right before recording this video, I just watched Sammy Ingram's video on that. I'm like, yeah, exactly. She get the same thing I was. That it's nothing new, guys. It's just, it's manifesting regardless. All aspects of manifestation revolves around who you believe you are. All aspects of it. So As far as influencing the time, influencing how quickly your manifestation can get here, my biggest piece of advice is to please stop validating your current 3D. Stop validating it. Stop looking outside to your 3D world and validating it as your truth. And don't get me wrong, I know we have to live in the 3D. I know we got to exist. So I know sometimes that can be really, really hard. I know that. Validating, I mean aligning yourself to a story you don't want anymore. So how do we do that? So if you're manifesting a specific person, and perhaps you haven't had movement, this doesn't matter if it's new, old, exes, none of that matters. Celebrities, doesn't matter. And say we've seen nothing in our 3D, logical 3D eyes. We haven't seen anything. We don't feel like we've had any movement. You regularly confirming that to yourself. I don't have movement. This isn't working, right? Not only are you affirming, but you're choosing to believe this as your truth. And I know that sounds cuckoo, but listen, let's keep it real. Manifesting and manifestation in general, it's delusional. We do sound crazy. We sound cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Affirming you have something or affirming you are this new version of yourself, when in this physical 3D moment, it doesn't feel like we're anywhere near that and we're not having the things that we want. It sounds delusional. We sound crazy. And I know that. I know. But that's our job. Our job is to step into delusion and say goodbye. Goodbye to logic and literalism. That's how we get things to change. And the less you validate your 3D circumstances, unless it's what you want, unless you're enjoying it, the more often you're no longer giving in to ego. As far as the ego story, what's going on in your 3D, the more often you choose to deny your senses and stick with what you're saying to yourself in the 4D, meaning sticking to the new story, sticking to the new version of yourself, sticking to you having your manifestation, the quicker it comes. The quicker it comes. And I am telling you, in record time, I was manifesting very, very specific things with my SP. Very, very specific things. And I began to get laser focused on who I think I am. Laser focused on who I am in this experience, who I am in the relationship, what I'm experiencing in the relationship, how I'm being treated, how does that make me feel? How do I feel when I first wake up in the morning? All relative to my SP manifestation. Record timing. Record timing. Very, very record timing. Just listen to me. And it's still playing out in front of me. Things that I even forgot that I scripted. Because remember, I'm someone who loves scripting. I just don't do it daily like I did in the past. I'm more into embodiment. I'm more into who am I being? What state am I in? Right? Because I wrote the same thing. I'm more of that. But I will randomly script, if I've got time or if I feel like it. And there were things that I don't even remember writing, but I must have wanted it in the moment, and they're here because I go back and look. But I'm telling you, the more often you're validating and agreeing with what you're seeing in the 3D, and if you don't like it, you are keeping it in your awareness, and you're telling yourself that's who you are now. So if you're manifesting love, and that's not what you're experiencing, you consistently agreeing with your 3D by allowing yourself to wallow in, it's not here yet. I don't feel loved. They're not showing up the way I want them to. Or maybe they just told you they don't want to see you anymore. They're not showing up as the version of themselves that I want them to be. They're not letting me feel like I am the woman or man having this wonderful relationship. They are reflecting you. When we say that, we don't mean like a mirror. And I know that's thrown around all over the place. It's not. It's like the reflection of your beliefs, good or bad, right? Limiting or not limiting. They're reflecting beliefs. So if you feel like you're in a lack of love, you're not the version of yourself experiencing the love of a lifetime. You're not the version of yourself who is I don't know, having the best relationship ever, and this is your forever person. Who you believe you are is what you're seeing in your 3D. Now, granted, I would say, in my opinion, there is some semblance of a delay in the 3D. But if you want the juiciest love experience of your life and forever, if you want this to be your forever person, then you start telling yourself that's who you are now. Or at minimum, if that feels too resistive, say you're becoming. I'm becoming the version of myself that knows the love, the deep, unconditional love. You'll fucking have it. You will have it. It will leave you dumbfounded in a good way. I've been in the manifestation community for a very long time. I'm talking well before I even had my channel. And I still get excited and I still get blown away when things show up. So I'm telling you, it's all about who you believe you are. And if you are constantly telling yourself that you're not having it, it's not yours, that's not who you are, you know, I don't get treated that way, I don't get showered with this or that, then that has to be your experience. Your 3D is always validating you. Always. It has to. It has to. It's law. It's the law of assumption. And by assumption, who you think you are, who you believe you are, who you assume. Now listen, who you assume to be. I know when we've had a lifetime of shitty experiences, it's maybe not instantly easy to just decide, I'm the version of myself who's having the love of a lifetime, or I'm the version of myself who's a multimillionaire. And at the same time, we're shitting ourselves if a bill shows up or if SP shows up acting like a twat. In those moments, our logical mind wants to say, well, yep, I don't know why I expected any different. I don't know why I thought this time was going to be different. I don't know why I expected this person to start showing me with, love, or showering me with love, attention, affection. I don't know why I expected anything different, because this has been, my lifetime experience. So I'm not surprised that this is failing, or this is another failed relationship, or that another bill comes in. Do you see how that shitty thinking that came up instantly, no problem, right? Do you see how it's all centered around who you think you are? Do you see that? But in that moment, it was just a thought popping up. You're choosing to hear it, believe it, and accept it as truth. And the more often you get your ass out of that ego thinking. Now, the ego isn't our enemy. The ego is just trying to protect us. But the more you become the damn observer and act like a goddamn god. Yeah, I said it. The more often you step into your power and realize, I don't have to believe every damn thought that comes into my mind. No, I'm choosing not to believe that one. That's not my truth. That's not who I am now. I don't have to flip every thought, because who the fuck's got time for that? But I'm going into my new story. I'm commanding that I am in the reality where I'm getting every single thing I desire. That's who I am now. I'm someone who just gets what she wants. I am the lucky girl. I'm having it all. And it's undeniable. If I keep telling myself this is who I am, then it has to validate me out here. And I'm telling you from experience, it will. It will. Step into your power. You want things to come lightning fast? You want lightning fast results? No more validating a 3D you're not enjoying. It's your job to deny your senses. That's manifesting. Deny them. Deny your senses. What you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're tasting, what you're touching. All of it. Deny, unless it's what you want. Be delusional. Be delusional. Here's your free hall pass. You get to be delusional. You get to believe that, yep, you're going to be a multimillionaire or a multi-billionaire. Yep, you're going to have the home of your dreams. Yep, you're going to have the love of a lifetime. Yep, that's who you are now. And for anybody who's new at this, it doesn't matter if you say it's going to happen. That's okay. And if you can't say, or it doesn't feel comfortable to say, I'm having it right now, don't panic that that's automatically pushing you out of the wish fulfilled. You saying, I'm becoming this version is good enough. Trust me. Okay. The tense you use, past, present, future, doesn't fucking matter. It's your belief around the tense. So if you're like me and you think it doesn't fucking matter, I can go whatever tense I want, then it's going to be okay. I'm serious. Totally dead serious. Doesn't matter. It's okay to say I'm going to have. I'm becoming this version of myself. Please, if you're confused with anything manifestation-wise, ask yourself who you are. I'm getting close because I want you to listen to me. Ask yourself, who are you? Who are you? Relative to what you want to manifest. Who are you in love? Most of my existence, I was someone who couldn't believe it when the person I actually was interested in was interested back. Couldn't believe it. Okay, because it didn't make sense. Because I didn't think I was worthy. I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't think I was pretty enough. I thought I was too fat. And any other reason. That's who I was in love. And I also had a belief after reading numerology that I would never have a successful relationship over 2 years. Okay, that's who I was. That maybe I'm just going to be one of them people that don't get to have a love of a lifetime. Maybe that's never going to be my experience. That's who I was relative to love and relationships. That ain't who I am anymore. No, I'm not. I am someone who is having the love of a lifetime. I am someone who is treated like a fucking queen. I am someone who has long-term relationships, who has fun, who's happy, who truly enjoys being around my specific person, and they crave me. They crave to be around me too. It's a mutual, it's an unconditional exchange of love between two people. That's who I am now. That's who I am. And I'm someone who gets what she wants, when she wants it too. Because that's what I keep telling myself I am. You can be, do, and have whatever you want. But you have to start telling you a new story. So if you're unsure, some of you don't even know what your limiting beliefs are, and that's okay. Take a look at your 3D. It's telling you. It's telling you. Don't think literally, logically. Okay? And on that note, you want to speed shit up? You want your shit like tomorrow? Then start telling yourself that's who you are. I started small too. This was back when I was in first starting states, but I started small too. Like, it was easy for me to believe. It's easy for me to believe that I can just hop into any state I want. It's easy for me to believe that I manifest quickly and easily. Start there. Then decide who you are. Okay? And on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.